All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start saying all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bakarkadash. All right, double honors to our apostle, Ellis Great Millstone. Peace and mercy be unto the Lord's elect out there, teaching the word of truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, man. Just wanna hop into it, man. Let's see if I can just reduce that screen. Lock it out. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, I just want to get into being thirsty. All right, spiritually. All right, and what does that mean? All right, because what the Lord put inside His elect members, all right, is to be thirsty for the truth. All right, and matter of fact, what is that? Let me just look up the word thirsty. All right, because when you thirst for something, ultimately you yearn for it. All right, you long for it. Like let's just take on the spiritual. I mean, on the physical note, when you are literally thirsty for a drink of water, your body or your flesh is literally telling you that you need some type of liquid substance, all right, to quench that thirst, all right, that longing for some liquid, some liquid beverage or whatever. But nevertheless, like I said, let me just get to the point. Let me see. This is St. John 7:37. It says the Greek word is comes from G1372. Uh, Diasoa. Let me let Esau say it.
Strong's G 1372. Dipsao. Dipsao.
Okay, dipsao. All right, and it means go right here. It says to suffer from thirst. Figuratively, those who are said to thirst, who painfully feel their want of, and eagerly long for those things which I said those things by which the soul is refreshed, supported, and strengthened. So pretty much that's what the Lord installed into the elect. All right, they're gonna long for the things that strengthens and supports the spirit, which is ultimately Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and then that knowledge, that tree of knowledge, or that tree of life. That's what you're gonna long for, man. And that's what the Lord was speaking about pretty much when He was talking about thirsting or being thirsty, or. But let me get it real quick. John chapter 7. Let me see. John 7 verse 37. It said, "In the last day, that great." It said, "That great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink." All right, so I just broke down, the word G1372. All right, it means to long for it, man. All right, you longing for something, you want it, man. You longing for something that your spirit needs, all right, to support and be strengthened by. Like I said, and ultimately, what our people are longing for is that truth, man. The truth of why the things are the way they are, why their life is the way it is. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." You know what I mean? Pretty much having the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah on you. Once you receive this word, that's that living water, man. All right, you getting that breath, all right, and understanding what the will of the Lord is. All right, let me see, get this real quick. This is the book of John, chapter 4. Let me see. I'll start from I'll start from I'll start from 6. It says, "Now Jacob's well was there. Yahushua, therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. Then cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua said unto her, Give me to drink." All right, which this woman, all right, this Samaritan woman or Samaritan woman was a heathen. All right, she wasn't a Jake, she wasn't an Israelite. All right, because you had that a few people going out saying that she was Israelite, but that's not true. I say, for his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy water, to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, ask a drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. See, right then and there on the ninth verse, she's pretty much letting you know what it is, that she knew that the Israelites, all right, were completely completely different nation, all right, as opposed to her people, which are, she was derived from Ham, all right. She's a Samaritan, all right. You know what I'm saying? So this is verse 10. It say, Yahushua answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of Yahweh, and who it is that said to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. It says, verse 11, The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? See, and a lot of times too, what it was with Yahushua, he was being hella spiritual with people, because they a lot of things that Yahushua was speaking about, it was usually spiritual, and they didn't understand. They always took it for like, carnal means, or a physical, meaning. You know what I mean? Not knowing that he's referring to like spiritual things. All right, like when Yahushua gave an example to Nicodemus about the being reborn, and then Nicodemus says, "Shall man enter into the womb again?" He didn't know that he was talking about spiritually. Just like in this case, he's talking about spiritual water, which is ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and receiving and understanding this truth. Verse 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob? I said once again, she confused. You know what I mean? Your forefathers don't go back to Jacob. Right? You a Hamite. I said, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle. Verse 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Which Yahushua right there, he's referring to the physical water from the well. He said, if you drink that water, you're going to thirst again. Verse 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him of a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. So right then and there, what what was um Yahushua referring to? It said, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So let's see, man. You know, because that like I said, is ultimately the truth. It's book of Isaiah chapter 44 verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, I said, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. Verse 3, For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty. All right. So once again, we're talking about like if you're being thirsty, which is longing for something that your spirit needs to be supported by or strengthened. If you long for that, then the Lord will pour that water. All right, what's that water? The truth. It's the truth. All right, say for I will, because we just went through it with the water, with the water Yahushua was talking about. It was in John the 4th chapter. All right, he said the living waters, which is the living waters, is this knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah. Verse 3 again, it say, For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground, which, like I said, the dry ground represents Israel. I said, I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. It said, and they shall spring up among the grass, as willows by the water courses. It said, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. And that's exactly what happened once we received the truth. Brothers, started calling themselves getting Hebrew names, and calling themselves, Yasher Allah, and like I said, just or saying Bun Yasher Allah, or whatever. So let me see. Let me go back right here. Um, this is the last. This is the last chapter I'm gonna get. Try to remember. I got the one in Jacob. I got the one in John, and got that one. trying to remember what was the last one. I can't remember the last one. So like I think that might have been it. But let me see. Go back to John. All right, yeah, that was it. So like hey, I think that was all. I think that was all the scriptures I had. But with that, we give all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Karkadash. Double honors to our apostle Ezra, Millstone, peace and mercy, to the Lord's elect. Shalom.